Welcome to Gamersledge Podcast, the weekly podcast about video games with news, reviews, analysis, and opinion. Keeping you up to date on how to wisely spend your money for video games, movies, RPGs, comics, books, and more for over 16 years. Find us online at gamersledge.com. And now, your hosts.
PlayStation really leads the way with innovative ideas and technology. Here at the Wearables Division, we're on ways of bringing the PlayStation
and a Verge. Oh. Welcome to Gamersledge Podcast. Yeah, you can unmute. Okay. It's not working. Hooray for technical difficulties. I don't know why it's not working, but for some reason I'm not getting the other things I had to go. Come on in, sit down, have a, what am I drinking tonight? A
Krog's Double Bock.
Yes, a Double Bock.
Homemade rosé wine.
Ooh. There you go.
Bell's Oberon Ale.
A large orange iced coffee.
All right, I think is Toro winning for fanciest
coffee?
I'm drinking wine. I automatically win. Beer is always fancier than wine.
Okay, you made it though. Where do you keep it when you? Because it's homemade. Like, is it homemade and like left it behind the toilet tank kind of stuff, like moonshine?
No, it's bottled.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, you're the fanciest.
It's all professional, and we've even got our own custom labels.
Nice. Wow.
I'm really disappointed. I want these things to work.
I'm not. I drank a really rare beer. I was actually going to show it off here, and then I drank it too fast because it was really good.
I know what I will do. Let's fill air for a second, and then I'm going to try and relaunch this so that maybe it works.
Okay, so this never happened.
Let's just Hey guys, come over the most annoying sound ever?
No, thank you. So let's talk very quickly, because I know Matt and Dave have it while I'm doing this. Axiom Verge.
Yes.
Tell people who may not. Somebody tell people who may not know what it is, and.
I don't know what it is.
It's Metroid.
I want to know.
Yeah, it's Metroid. It's.
That's awesome.
5-year project, one guy. He started it as a hobby in his basement while he was working on another game for a game developer, and this ended up being his off. Thought he was going to quit, kept on going. Finally found a landing place on PlayStation. Launched this week on PlayStation 4, sometime in the not terribly far off future for PlayStation Vita, and it is Metroid for all intents and purposes, with a twist. Tell us, Dave, what is that twist?
The whole glitching thing, which I really haven't got the chance to get the gameplay with yet. So I can't give you a good. I was hoping you'd gotten
that far, because I hadn't gotten that far yet.
Wait! I'm sorry, I missed the question. What was it?
I said it's basically Metroid, except with one unique twist, and then I tossed it over to Dave, hoping he'd gotten far enough to actually have played with the glitching stuff. I haven't even got the glitch gun yet, so.
I got it. So basically, what happens is you.
Seriously? When?
I just sat down and played it for 40 minutes. You can get it within 40 minutes.
He's either constipated or has diarrhea all the time.
Do you explore the game, or do you just get a FAQ and just run through it real fast?
No, I totally explored it on my own. You can press the middle button to see the map and the places you've not explored.
Yeah, but you know something? In those games, I shoot every block and pixel in the damn thing. So.
Well, you don't have to do that exactly,
yeah.
But
well,
the big thing about it is that you get a gun that lets you simulate breaking a ROM cart. And so there's areas that are glitching out in the game, and you can use the gun to unglitch them. And the interesting thing is, what I wasn't aware of, is you can use the gun to actually glitch things normally in the game. So, as an example, there are these floating spores from a mushroom. I can shoot them with the glitch gun, and they become platforms that raise up, and I can suddenly get to this section of the game I couldn't get to before.
And
Yeah, you
that's
can
when
glitch
you get
enemies,
into...
you can glitch the environment. There's a lot of stuff you can glitch. I know that.
It's really good. If you are a Metroidvania fan, this is definitely the game for you.
But let's not kid ourselves. The world looks like the NES Metroid.
Yeah, the thing that killed me is they have Galaga sounds in it. That when you shoot some of
awesome.
When you're shooting the main gun and you shoot some of the things, it sounds just like you're shooting a Galaga ship.
Yeah,
and
it
so
does.
I'm like, that's hilarious. Okay, I got this to work, so let's try this first one, and then I'll probably have to load up the second one the same way. So give me just 1 second, and...
Do we mute ourselves?
Yes.
Oh.
There's no audio now.
PlayStation really leads the way with innovative ideas and technology. Here at the Wearables Division, we're working on ways of bringing the PlayStation experience. Building on the recent success of Remote Play and Share Play, and not to mention Project Morpheus, we're about to take gaming to a deeper level. Underwater environments in games like The Last of Us Remastered are more realistic than ever. To enhance the gameplay experience, we've developed an advanced new wearable technology, PlayStation Flow. We've created a new frontier for gameplay. We're taking gaming out of the living room and into the swimming pool. The sensors fit on your thighs and biceps. They're packed with technology that captures your every movement and sends real-time updates to your PS4 with game footage streaming directly to your PlayStation Flow goggles. When you get to a swimming environment in your game, simply pause the game, sync your PlayStation Flow goggles, and grab your flow sensors. Then head to your nearest swimming pool and dive right back into the action. Your movement controls your game character, and with the waterproof earphones, you get a totally immersive experience.
PlayStation have really taken the plunge. They've thrown themselves into the deep end with the Flow. We're entering new levels where immersion meets submersion. I'd call it supermersion.
Oh my god! This is amazing!
We also wanted to make sure you could get back to playing the game on your PS4 as quickly as possible. We've developed an incredible new way to dry yourself. It's a massive leap forward. The PlayStation Flow Body Dryer. It'll dry you in seconds. We're really excited about PlayStation Flow. Its potential to break through traditional gaming barriers is immense. You don't even have to be in a pool to experience it. PlayStation Flow, one serious piece of technology.
Obviously signifies that it is April Fool's.
I already pre-ordered mine.
April
I pre-ordered
Fool's amongst
mine.
us. Yeah.
Nope.
Except for Turo.
GameStop took my money.
You know, every year we have a slew of things that are not real that come into the gaming space. Probably my favorite today was what's the website that always does the April Fool's jokes every year, and then they make them into real things? Oh, come on.
Google?
The biggest geek site in the world where you buy stuff. ThinkGeek. So they have steam machines that actually burn wood and produce steam.
Oh,
They're
gosh.
steampunk machine.
That's
fantastic.
I like iFixit. I like what they did this year.
This is another one. I'm trying to load it right now and see if I can get it up. We're probably going to get takedown for this, but that's all right. I'd rather. This is specifically been addressed as the sequel to Dying Light. So let me see if I can load this up here for us.
Oh boy.
So this is from Techland, and let me see if I can load it up here. It's actually a app that you can go download from. So it's an April Fool joke, but it's not at the same time. So
That's
I thought
awesome.
that
I kind of want to play that.
That actually looks kind of fun. I wouldn't mind playing that.
Yeah, I'm getting it right now. Hold on.
Someone made a good Mortal Kombat April Fool's one, the Combat Pack 2. They had Jigsaw from the Saw movies, Nemesis from the Resident Evil.
Jeez.
Who was the third? Spawn and T-600 from the Terminator movies.
Really?
I was like, man, those would be awesome.
It's me that they did the Spawn one.
One that I really, really like came out of Harmonix today. It's called Romance Central. And the funny part is,
yeah, I saw it.
we're taking a break from the music genre. We're doing a romance dating sim game, and it's literally a dating sim you go play on their website. It's kind of hilarious, but it is a full game that's there, kind of interesting. And I'm trying to think what are the other ones.
Paid to do this. That's just my beef is somebody got paid to make all these jokes and everything.
Yep.
I'm telling you that Steam machine. That Steam machine is brilliant, especially the controller.
It needs to be made.
Can we get to real news?
No, not yet.
Usually the only thing that's worth it on April Fool's Day is whatever weird thing that like Google embeds in something, like the Pac-Man maps. That's a good one. That's fun. That's funny.
That was funny.
And the Think Geek stuff is usually great because at least one of them actually becomes a product usually. So that's kind of crazy.
See, what I thought was very interesting this year is we got some April Fool's gaming stories from some very unlikely places. Like, for example, Daigo, probably the world's most famous Japanese Street Fighter tournament player, actually participated in April this year.
That's right.
He announced that he was quitting fighting to become an accountant.
And he made his whole video about it.
Yeah, he made a whole video about it, showing how he was going to stun people in the accounting world. It was really good stuff. And then there was an Ace Attorney dog video that came out. IGN.
You saw the new Google Mail, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The mailbox you take with you, mobile mail.
Yes, and then IGN got Vin Diesel to do a Back to the Fast and Furious, which is a mashup of Back to the Future and Fast and Furious, which was actually fairly okay. But it's everywhere. I guess the question that I'm posing to the group before we get into the real news and we catch up on what everybody's doing is, April's 1st has a bunch of shenanigans, and as Nick said, someone got paid to do this, and this is stuff that they've been working on for a while, obviously. Do we think that's a detriment to the industry or a benefit to the industry?
It's another level of passion, I think, that it can even make a joke of.
It's not like a developer is taking time out of his day to make this. So.
Are you sure? Some of these are actual games, like Guncat is an actual game. That means that actual developers had to code that. I'm not saying it took them a ton of time, but if you look at it, it's not a crappy app.
Yeah, but that actually looks fun, so I'm fine with that. I don't understand.
If it's an actual app, it's technically not an April Fool's joke.
Right. That's just they just made a game. I don't understand.
I've always thought April Fool's was really stupid, so I'm just like, with all these things.
Yeah, most of it's just I don't know. I just can't. Dude, seriously?
I'm playing it right now. It's actually pretty fun. Don't hit the black ones.
Why is it gotta be about? Okay. Anyways, yeah. So let's say, Dave, that it was a crappy game.
Okay. Do you really think it was their top tier? Do you think it wasn't if it was just a crappy little thing to throw together, and it doesn't seem like it's very complicated, so it's probably pretty easy to throw together. Do you think they had their okay, we're pulling the top guy off, development of everything else to throw him on this April Fool's joke? Or do you think they're saying hey, you two interns we got for the summer, cobble this together?
Yes to both.
Even if it was a crappy game, it's still not an April Fool's joke because they made a game. Whether it's good or bad, it's still not an April Fool's joke.
It's kind of weird. It has in-app purchases and everything.
Of course it does. Why wouldn't it?
It's a weird app thing. Yeah, no ads or more coins.
So basically what I'm getting from this is Techland is becoming the new Kojima.
Nice.
Because that's where Kojima's going. Anyways, hi everybody. I am your host, Mark. Joining us all the way, starting at the right, moving to our left, Nick.
Hello.
And next to him this week is Matt.
Howdy.
Yeah, I love that you always do this before you say anything, so no one ever actually sees you do the salute.
The little thing down here. It's a teaser.
I think it was our secret thing, but that's okay.
It's an Easter egg if you look at my little picture down
there. Joining us all the way from the Great White North, it's Kate. Has spring sprung up there yet?
No, we still got tons of snow.
It was 80 freaking degrees today. Holy cow.
It was only warm, but it's warm, but we got so much snow it's going to take time to melt that stuff. Drifts as tall as me don't melt overnight.
Ouch. This is true.
Joining us to the left of Kate is Dave.
Good morning.
Good morning. And then last but not least, on the far left, and I may be talking about politics, I'm not sure, it's Turo!
Hi!
Wait, wasn't there an April Fool's? Didn't Branson have a thing saying that he was moving Virgin?
There's so many people angry. There's so many people. They're not angry right now. I think it's hilarious.
But Branson needs. Okay.
It was
right. Welcome to Politics Podcast. Sorry.
Politics Podcast.
I just think it's cruel because
local.
the Ozarks needs jobs, and I think that's why everybody's upset. So, for him to say, hey, we're moving the headquarters of Virgin Airlines down there, and to be like, oh, April Fools, that's a pretty mean joke.
They had a T-shirt made and everything.
Yeah,
and
I saw it.
There's a bunch of people. There's a bunch of people still thinking that it's real, that it's just a conspiracy to think that it was a joke.
It's a conspiracy by the man named Richard Branson, but I digress.
And it's ridiculous. But it was an awesome joke. I think it was funny. And yeah.
So, it's been a week. Let's find out what everybody's been up to. Nick, how about you?
Well, same stuff as always. I actually figured out how to get my recording software to work again. So everything's up and going. Still only have one trophy left for Destiny. Nobody will do flawless with me. Single tier. Single tier. Nobody will. I actually, and Mark, I'm sorry. This is how, actually everybody, I'm sorry how far this has gotten. I have a 32 Warlock, a 31 Titan, a 31 Hunter. I have every raid item. I have almost all the exotics.
Is this the intervention?
Yeah, this might be.
No, but can't you solo Raid of Crota?
Yes, but the trophy requires a full fire team.
Oh, well, then you're
so
screwed,
no,
buddy.
I'm screwed.
You're screwed, buddy.
That's what pisses me off. This trophy isn't about skill. It's about finding 5 other people who are, at the very least, willing to sit down and shut up for like 2 hours while I do it.
And not die.
Yeah, see, there's the big part.
Not die, not quit. Yeah.
Not do stupid things to jump to their death on the jumping platform.
Yeah, see, this is where I'd come in, and you get like 30 seconds from the end, and I'd be just like,
I'm gonna sit in a pool of water and shoot my foot. No.
Just to hear him scream.
No. I would defriend you from everything ever. I would forever.
I know. I could never grief that bad. Like
see, and so here's the thing. We had a Gamersledge group that we tried to do it, and my guys were not bad. It's just inevitably somebody would screw up at the last minute, and we never got it.
The amount of times I've completed Vault of Glass, and I've got the jumping puzzle down to a science at this point, so I don't even care about that. The Gorgon Maze, if you know what you're doing, it takes 30 seconds. You can boop, 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 you go up the rocks, you wait, you punch each other for about 5 seconds because it's funny, you look back, you wait, you drop down, you're done. Yeah, it's not hard. This isn't difficult, but finding 5 guys who know what Flawless Raider is, that's the hardest part. I always post in big caps. I always post in big caps, Flawless Raider, and then I get a full group who invites me. I'm like, yes, 5 guys trying to do it as well. And as soon as they invite me, I'm like, I need to do this. You guys know what Flawless Raider is? That's what I'm doing. 5 people. Huh? Nobody reads anymore. So, yeah, I just need a group of 5 people to just kill this with me, and it's not difficult, especially with us.
You might just need to let this go, Nick.
No, I can do it. I'm 1 trophy away from platinum. Everybody I talk to is like, you have salvage? Yes. You have ghosts? Yes. I have everything. I'm literally.
I gave it up.
No, I'm 1 trophy away. I'm 1 trophy away, and it's not even my fault.
Well,
join us as
is there an intervention?
Yeah, join us this week as we watch
the native trophy whore in his native environment.
This is why anything that has an online trophy, I just say, miff, whatever, and go.
I can't. It's even worse because here's something else to kind of segue into more stuff. I got Borderlands the Handsome Collection because there was some DLC I was missing.
Yeah.
And because I get the new DLC for free, which is totally worth it right there. But it's smooth as hell.
How's that trophy transfer coming along?
Oh, it doesn't. I have to start back from scratch. But there's one, I know. There's a pro and a con. The pro is I actually get to record me getting platinum on Borderlands 2, my favorite game, so I'm okay with that. The negative is, the other pro is my complete all level 1 of the badass ranks. That actually did transfer. All of a sudden I logged in for this.
I've heard it's hit and miss.
Well, I hit, thank freaking God. But it's funny because all the mission ones didn't hit. As soon as I loaded the game, it's like, oh, you're level 10. Oh, you're level 30. Oh, you're level 50. I'm like, oh, great. Are all of these going to pop now?
Oh, see, so for a lot of people, those level ones did not pop, and they have to start all over again in order to get you've hit level 30, etc.
Well, these are trophies that can transfer over?
No, they can't. You're starting from scratch.
So they can, then, wait.
Okay, so what's supposed to happen is you go into Borderlands 2 on the PS3.
You transfer your character.
Yeah, you choose a menu option to transfer your character.
Awesome.
All progress and everything, you then load up your PS4 version of the game and say, download character, and at that point, it should theoretically pop all the trophies that you had previously. But it doesn't.
The story missions don't because you haven't completed them. The trigger to complete those story missions in the code is the end of the mission. The end of the mission literally tells the PlayStation, hey, if the trophy's not popped, pop it. But the trophy, that's not what triggers it. I beat the final boss, and I got the beat the final boss trophy, but the rest of them didn't click. So I'm like, are you kidding me? So I got to redo this, and I'm already in Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, so I'm boned, basically. The nice thing is I have a level 42 Salvador that I'm just going to run through the main story with.
I kind of find this ironic that you're
just going to go punching everything. It's the quest of punching. It's all
see, this is Dave's commentary right here. He's complaining he has to play the game that he bought. I understand the
No, that's not what I'm saying. The irony is he's complaining about having to get more trophies when he's the biggest trophy whore in the entire world, and he was just going on about like the worst. It's just like, why are you complaining?
They added all the DLC trophies too, and I only had like half those, which makes me sad. They also had
intervention. Like seriously, you should just have that one flawless raider trophy.
It's
like a reminder of your hoarding days.
I actually, I'm not as committed to it as Nick because I don't have the time. But I like having both spectrums. You know, Dave is like the farthest thing from a trophy whore on the staff. And then,
matter of fact, I turn games off, but if I get like more than 3 trophies, I quit.
He's like, screw
this is too much progress. I'm done.
I was like, what is going on here?
So I like having both ends of the spectrum. It's an interesting conversation. Did you play anything else?
I just can't bring myself to care. Like I just can't. I can't do it.
Bring myself to not care. I can't stop. I'm like, wait, what if I do this? What if I call this? What if I'm a hunter? Then the Gorgons can't see me and people will play. What if I'm this?
I like the actual developers that instead of giving you, here's the trophy you get for playing the game, here's the trophy, what I like is here's the trophy you get for playing the game in a completely different way than you may have thought about.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
I used to like that before they did trophies, Insomniac did skill points in their Ratchet and Clank games, and it was always for like weird little stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I really enjoyed that, and I got kind of upset, like, you know, like it's funny, like that I had no problem with, and as soon as they were trophies, I'm like, ah.
See, and I think like the Destiny trophy for Flawless Raider is a ridiculous trophy. Asking 6 people to put together a regular schedule of raids is even a ridiculous thing. So then to make them do it flawlessly is exactly the story that we're hearing here. I'm not surprised. No offense, I want you to get it, but I'm not surprised you're not.
That's the thing, is it's not, oh, I can't do it. I can do it. The amount of times I've completed.
Well, the longer time goes on too, the less likely you're able to get it.
Well, that's the thing, is yay and nay to that, because eventually we're going to hit like level 39 or 40, and eventually, with the next DLC, hopefully at least, and eventually people are going to be so over-leveled if I'm like, hey, can I get a group of 5 guys to do Vault of Glass normal? People are going to look at me like, you're still doing that raid? And I'm like, yes, I need 1 freaking trophy, just come with me. This will be 30 minutes, we all have galleys, we've all been given everything, let's just go. No.
You should just advertise, do you want the flawless raid, do you want trophy? That's what you should advertise.
He's doing it. There's a matchmaking site, and that's what he's doing on there, and people still invite him for the wrong thing.
It's not a matchmaking site. It's all the matchmaking sites. I've literally posted on 4 different websites. Nobody responds.
Man.
It's not me. It's not even for lack of trying. Like, you could go, oh, you only post on one, or oh, you're only posting on a beta. No, I'm posting on the betas, the alphas, the actual websites that are out. Forums, Reddit, Destiny I mean, just everything. Nobody.
Wow.
And so people. Next week when Nick's gone with a hernia, we know why.
But I've got a big just something coming out of the top of my head. You know what happened. Anyway.
So did you play anything else?
I'm always playing DOT. I got like top 1,000 ranked in the most recent event because I have just material to waste, and I think they're closing that app anyway. Okay. So I'm just burning stuff because I can. Let's see. All the shows, Castle's so good. I'm still personally pissed Firefly got canceled. Another story, another day.
Really, I don't know anybody that's pissed off about that.
It's trolling with Dave.
Hey, don't be taking my Driving with Matt theme song and applying it for other purposes.
Can I
why not? It's repurposed.
Can I float a little theory out there? So Joss Whedon's starting to pull away a little bit from, like, you know.
Oh, don't even.
And he's got Disney behind him.
Don't even.
And they're going to be like, Joss, you did so much for us for this Marvel. What do you want to do next?
No. No.
And then he'd be like, you know something, Walt? Because he's still alive.
Walt, yeah. He's just a cryogenic head, but he can still talk.
He was just like, I would like to revisit an old friend of mine. Just for a little bit of Disney cash.
A little bit.
Can we do it one more time?
So obviously they could get him out of Castle to take on the role. Yeah.
No,
Castle for a year.
Castle's going to end. I mean, he can't go on too many more seasons.
Castle will end eventually, but it's.
Why did he jump out? That's a good question, but no.
Well, he said he didn't like the pace at which he had to put things together for Marvel.
Was it too much? Too overwhelming?
Yes,
okay.
And the fact that
I understand.
He had to consult on all the other ones.
I thought he was staying on as like a creative kind of oversight thing.
He is, but he's not doing the day-to-day script writing, which is what he was doing for the other ones. Script writing / directing / overseeing all of it. Now he's like the Jeff Johns. He's the lore master, but he's not actually got his fingers in the pie. The director.
I thought he was kind of just like dipping his fingers in the pie a little bit.
He's
like
the oven, not the pie.
Wow, we have gone to some could interpret a dark place all of a sudden.
Some would interpret a very light place, but yeah, we'll go with dark place.
So yeah.
Do you expect anything else from me?
That's true.
No. So then let's move to Dave, and Kate's gonna dovetail into the conversation, but I want to introduce this to Dave a certain way. Hey, Dave.
Yes, these are
like Final Fantasy, right?
These are I've
He's never played one.
No. That is not true. I've played the Game Boy remakes. I've played those.
Those are good.
Final Fantasy Tactics.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy Tactics Advance.
Mm-hmm.
And Final Fantasy Tactics Advance A2.
Mm-hmm.
I played that. I started playing 7. And then I died in the first 5 minutes. And I was just like...
How is that even possible?
I don't know. He's talented.
He's talented that way.
You're talking about the guy whose first role-playing game I ever played was Phantasy Star 3.
Mm.
And I got to a point where, like, I was killing all the little chickens and everything around, and I got to this town, and every single townsperson said, stay the fuck away from the fountain.
So where'd you go?
I stayed away from the fountain.
Oh, I thought you jumped in.
You're not good at this. You're not good at this.
Yeah, so I stayed away from the fountain, and for like 3 months, I was like leveling up, playing, just killing chickens around town. And then I finally broke down and got the strategy guide. I'm like, it said go right to the fountain. I'm like, every fucking guy in the town was lying to me.
Well, that's the point. If a game ever tells you don't go here, the first thing you do is, I'm gonna go there.
Make a beeline right to it. That's exactly it.
They seemed honest. They were honest farmer folk. Why should I not trust them?
Because they're farmer folk.
Farmer folk are uneducated. Farmer folk are uneducated.
The big city person.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
It was really upsetting that they all lied to me like that.
So,
once I got into that first dungeon, oh my god, I pillaged it.
Okay, you're getting away from my question. So, should I say that you like Final Fantasy?
No. I died in the first 5 minutes of 7. Like, what the hell? I suck at life.
Alright, so what if I told you could make up for your past atrocities, and you could play an 8-bit role-playing game that has every character you like from virtually every Final Fantasy game in it that you can make as your party?
Is this the phone thing that everybody's playing?
It is. It's called Final Fantasy Record Keeper.
Record Keeper.
This just sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, so,
It's fantastic.
It is. And you know what? I sat there. Yeah, it's a free-to-play game.
Don't say free-to-play.
That's a lie. That is a lie, sir.
It's free-to-play, but not free to upgrade.
Yeah. Well, it's free-to-play.
It's free-to-play, not free to enjoy.
No, you know what?
No, that's not true.
That's not true.
True.
I have not hit the paywall. I've been playing it quite a bit. I did spend $30 on it, but I never hit the paywall. Now that I have tested the waters of the random number generator, I am never spending money on it again, because I did not get really one good thing out of the 10 rolls that I had. So
that's
you mean the rare
original cloud pictures? Yeah. That's like original PlayStation graphics cloud.
The original graphics.
What's hilarious about Final Fantasy Record Keeper? That the 8-bit sprites of the Final Fantasy characters look better than the horrible box monsters from 7.
Yep, it's
like 2 generations past.
And what amazes me is that they get the essence and the detail of each of the later characters in the 8-bit format. Titus looks like Titus.
They're 16. They're not 8-bit. They're 16.
Okay, whatever. Same difference.
The thing, I've been going through a major depression.
A lot more.
I love the first thing.
I want to talk.
Alright, fine, I'll let you go. Actually, I gotta say my one thing. Okay. The first thing that happens when you click on install for Final Fantasy Record Keeper is it says in-app purchases. First thing.
It does.
Shocking.
But you don't have to. That's my point.
Well, you don't have to.
Have you never played a phone game before?
Just like you don't have to pay money to anything, man. Oh.
But I will say, or go ahead, Kate. You had something you want to say.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say I've been going through a major depressive slump lately. And this game has really been kind of a lifesaver in a way, because it's got all the classic music, and just hearing those songs takes me back to a time when I was happy. And I know there are other people who have super nostalgia about, just sitting there when you open the Final Fantasy VI, door to go into select your dungeon. It's just sitting there listening to that music for 2-3 minutes, just because it made me feel happy. I don't think there's any higher praise that I can give this game, although I do have a major quibble with it. Well, not major. Where are the offshoot games? Especially the biggest one I have a quibble with is why didn't they include 11?
So
because a lot of people...
If you look at that, they're actually doing it.
Are they?
Yeah, it's a rollout system.
I was hoping that they would do that to keep give the game legs. But I think Tactics, 10.2, 13.2, 11, 14, 15 eventually. But I think 11 is the one that would benefit from it the most, because a lot of people didn't experience that story. Mm-hmm. I mean, I played 11, but I didn't get very far in the story, right? So the way Record Keeper works is it gives you those little story snippets where you fight the little battles, and then you get to read, this was the story. I think 11 would really, really benefit from that, and I can't see why you couldn't have Shantoto or Prish as downloadable characters, because they were in Dissidia.
Just give me the opportunity to punt a football. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, and it's just I would love that, because while I did play 11, I did not get to experience a lot of the story. And, Tactics, I would love to re-experience the story. You could have, Ramza, Delita, TG Sid is downloadable. 10.2, because a lot of people didn't play that, even though the story was actually pretty decent, aside from some of the J-pop goofiness. And I know you always hate it when I say that I didn't hate 13. I liked 13.2 even better, because it had the more open world, and I did like Sarah and Noel. I thought they were very likable characters. So I'd like to see that shown, and maybe eventually 15 once it's released, but I'm glad to hear you say that they're doing that. I don't know if they'll do it for all of those games.
They started with Cloud from 7, and now actually today they rolled out a quest line.
The Shinra, yeah, I'm halfway through that where you can unlock Tifa and Sephiroth. I unlocked Tifa, and I'm just going back through the Shinra dungeon, the earlier levels, because when you use the characters that belong in that world, they get leveled up faster. Because whenever you get a character, they start at level 1. So I always use, whenever I played 7, I always use Tifa. Like, I always use female characters. So I want her in my party. So I've just been going through the earlier floors with her now to get her leveled up, and then I'll continue down the line to get Sephiroth.
What exactly is the gameplay? Is it like a match 3 puzzle game?
No, it's just like a quick attack. It's like old school. They use the Final Fantasy IV, like kind of animations for attacks and stuff like that.
But it's got the active time battle from 7.
So it just like it shows a screen with your 5 people on one side, and then the monsters on the other, and you just click attack or click. Well, yeah, he's got the party menu, but you have your character. I'm talking about the battle screen menu. You've got your people, and then you've got the enemies, and then you can click.
Sorry.
I'm explaining it, and Mark's making it worse. And then you can just click attack or like a magic, depending on your character, or like a physical special, and you just hit attack, and you could just hit attack randomly, or you can like click on. It's like I want to attack this monster, so you go attack. It's super easy.
And it's very much, you know, the only real difference I think in gameplay from the actual games is that you can't use any items. You'll kill monsters and potions will drop to heal your party, or you have X number of spell uses instead of having MP. So if you go into a dungeon, you've got 4 uses of.
But you can upgrade your spells. So at first you might only get 2 uses of fire, but as you play through the game, it will drop orbs that you can like adjust it, so you can get like 4, 6, 8, 10 uses of fire. But no, it's very, very simple gameplay. It's a lot of the upgrade system can be in depth if you want it to be.
Sounds like Brave Frontier.
It's really fun. It's free.
And I think that, you know, right now is the ground floor level. So this is literally the first time that they've offered new characters is today. So
if you pre-order, if you download it within the first week, you got Tidus.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry. You're correct. Which I did. That's why I was saying this is the first time they've offered new characters. But yes, I don't know when they'll offer Tidus again. But the nice part about it is that they are committed to rolling out new content every month. So we'll see.
Well, I didn't know if they were going to do the other games because this game's been out since September in Japan. We're only just getting it now. So I didn't know if that was something that if that's new for Japan too.
I don't think they're in parity. I believe I remember reading that Japan is still ahead of us in content rollout. So we might be able to.
So they might already have tactics, and we'll get it eventually, sort of thing.
Possible. Yep. So Dave, tell us about what you played.
There we go.
Well, I'm not done yet, but. I had other stuff I did this week.
Oh, no, I wasn't asking you.
Yeah.
I was on Dave.
Sorry.
I co-opted Dave because I thought he would want to know about Final Fantasy or Record Keeper.
I think you should play it, Dave, because it's kind of a Final Fantasy that's very accessible. For you.
Look at it this way, you're going to have lots of time on your hands soon where you're not going to be able to do much and you're going to have to be quiet. So
I played Tactics. That was in depth.
No, download this game, Dave. Like seriously.
I had ninjas.
If you're my friend, you will download this game.
Oh wow!
Emotional blackmail.
Yeah.
That was heartless.
Little
right.
black guy's antenna.
So on to so Lego released a set that has a porta potty.
Why does the one guy with the beard look like Simon Pegg?
Because I think it is Simon Pegg. So that's kind of awesome. I had to have that because why not? I have a thing this weekend where I'm babysitting my girlfriend's nephew, so I had to buy more Disney Infinity stuff this week.
Had to.
Shut up, everybody! You dare judge. Yeah, it was funny, and it was actually his fault because like we got together for like lunch over the weekend at the families, and he goes, I got your present, and it was like Hero from Big Hero 6, and I was just like, so I had to go, and it was like kind of a present for him because he wanted to play him like on Friday when I'm babysitting him. So I'm just like, that's slick, kid. And then I was just like, but
That's
now
totally kid blackmail. They do that shit all the time.
exactly. So then I was just like, now, well, I got to go out and get Baymax, because that's got to happen. And I was like, oh, Stitch, oh, Falcon, oh, Loki.
Oh, wallet.
$5,000 later.
Yeah, and it's just like, really, but the Falcon's really cool.
Yeah, at least they look cool.
The characters have been on sale a lot recently. Did you at least be able to pick them up on sale?
No.
Oh.
Target had a big sale on them.
Yeah, of course. I was a day late for all that. so that kind of sucked. I saw Interstellar finally. It came out on Blu-ray. I was glued to my seat to that movie. I don't know. I heard mixed stuff about it. Like, some people hated it. Some people thought it was awesome. I am in the awesome camp. I loved it. I was like glued to that movie. Like, I wasn't breathing when I was watching it. I don't know why. I just found it so interesting and just engaging. I loved it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to more Nolan stuff. He can do no wrong in my book so far. I caught up on TV shows, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., Better Call Saul, which has just been an amazing show, and The Flash. My God, like, they keep just like every week's been a home run in that show.
I haven't found a bad episode yet.
No, every episode's been good.
In my opinion.
Yeah, it's so much better than Batman.
You mean Arrow?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay. We are not allowed to discuss this.
I know.
We are not allowed to discuss this because this is a subject of an upcoming podcast.
Right. But I am caught up on Arrow. So that's it's a show, and
it's a thing that happens.
Let's see. Axiom Verge came out finally, which is amazing. I got to play a little bit of that, and I apparently missed the key part of the game, which I think I ran right by. Like, I'm totally probably where I'm not supposed to be right now, because I do that a lot in those games where I just start wandering around, and like I'm probably at a place where I'm just not supposed, because I'm in a spot where there's all kinds of like glitching and everything going on. I'm pretty sure I should have the gun, and I'm pretty sure I missed it. so that's great. And what else did I have? I thought there was like one other thing. Oh, did everybody see that? Whatchamacallit? Deadpool got an R rating.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a funny video the way they announced it.
Yeah. So Deadpool actually is getting an R rating. They seem to be doing the movie the right way. My excitement has gone up a lot for this, that they're treating the project the way, like, let's face it, what got the project off the ground was when they leaked, that test footage, which was
2-year-old for test footage.
Yeah, exactly. And the people that really love the movie, want it done, they're the ones that leaked it.
Quick interjection here.
Yeah.
A Deadpool cosplayer was brought to my attention through Turo's Facebook page.
Oh, T Biddy.
Yeah, no. P Diddy is his name.
No, I thought it was
D Piddy.
Yeah.
Deadpool. D Piddy.
He's amazing.
He is literally like, if you were gonna pick somebody to cosplay Deadpool, it's him. Yeah. And he's got a ton of videos, and I highly recommend you check it out. It will put a smile on your face, no matter how bad your day, because he is Deadpool being Deadpool. So
nice.
It's quite good.
I'll have to check that out. I read a Deadpool comic. It was like, what's it called? It was something after the Death of Wolverine. It's got old Captain America on the cover and Deadpool, and the story is like, they're trying to make sure that no bad guys clone Wolverine, any of his remains anywhere. So, like, they're tracking down. Yeah, there was a mission where they're tracking down some DNA that fell in the AIM hands. And so it was with like Deadpool and everything, and it had some great moments in it. It had like some nice serious moments, some funny moments, and all kinds of stuff. So it was a nice little read. I think it's a one-off. It's not a series. It's just like a one-off comic that I thought was cool, so I picked it up. And what else? I started picking up stuff so I can do my superhero bar out of Lego.
Nice.
So we'll see how that goes.
So when are you supposed to go back to work?
Unfortunately, hopefully, really soon.
Kate, why don't we talk about what you did this week?
Well, obviously Final Fantasy Record Keeper. I don't know how far you are. As far as the story goes, I just finished the second dungeon in 6. I don't know.
I'm actually done with the entire story.
What?
Yep.
How long is it? Like long?
It's not that long. What I turned to Matt. Matt, what day was it?
35 hours. I don't
Matt,
know
what day was that?
Monday.
Okay, on Monday I turned to Matt and said, I've exhausted all the story content. Well, what they don't do a good job of telling you is that when you beat all the story missions, you are unlocking these expert dungeons.
Yeah, the elite dungeons.
The elite dungeons. And so I found that finally, and those elite dungeons pick up exactly where the story missions in the leveling curve leave off. So you can continue to work.
So you can unlock more stuff, yeah?
Yep.
You didn't know that right from the start?
I saw it, but then when it said, congratulations, you've completed all the story missions. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess this game really is shorter than I thought it was, but then I found it, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's what I'm doing. But
yeah, I haven't unlocked a lot of the games yet. Like, I haven't unlocked 2, 3...
I'm a little worried I'm going through
8,
the Tifa...
9...
The Tifa, no, they're not in the game yet. It's only, I think, 4 or 5...
so it's like we're not getting all the Japanese stuff that was out.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Is
they're going to trickle it out to us.
So right now,
5,
like they'll
6, 7, and
10,
and that's it right now. But their items for 12 and 1 and 2.
They're
and
all
3
they
are
drop.
in there. And that's one of the interesting things that I noticed is if you are wearing armor or using weapons, if you're in
that
say
world you're overpowered.
Yeah, it gives you more power. So that's kind of
that's part of like you don't need it, but it kind of like if you have like a tough boss that you want to master, it really helps. And like I said, you level up faster because I got Tifa, so I'm going back over the easier levels of the Shinra building to level her up because it levels up faster. Like she got like 3 levels in one dungeon kind of thing. So yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that we're not getting it all at once, but I guess that's kind of cool too, that it gets you to come back. What else did I do? I played a little teensy tiny bit of the Order 1886. Like, I mean, a small amount. I'm only in Chapter 2, which for that game...
I was going to say, so you beat it then?
No, I haven't gotten any trophies or anything. Like, I played a teensy tiny amount. Because, like I said, I haven't been feeling that great, so my motivation to play games has been down. But I did, that game is gorgeous. Like, I can't really comment on the lack of content or whatever that, have been the criticisms of the game. But, I mean, the game looks great, and they even have British teeth. Like, not everyone has the same teeth, and some of them have really bad British teeth. It's awesome. The one thing I was disappointed about is, like, everyone has, like, hipster facial hair in that game because it took place back then. That it's like, you can't go into the bow tie and cravat store. I was kind of mad. That it's like, oh, I look like a hipster, I want to buy a bow tie. And you can't go in.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Because it would have been so fitting for him to just be wearing a bow tie. But I find the game, looks gorgeous, but it feels kind of sterile because there's so little interaction with the background. But I'll still continue to play it. I don't know when.
And anything else you did this week?
I updated 2 weeks worth of Face Off on the website because I was really behind, so I updated last week's and the one that was aired yesterday, so I put reviews up for those. Updated on shows. Still really, 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 really excited for Mortal Kombat X. I don't know if I can mention it now or when it's in news, but tomorrow there's a new Combat Cast, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Friday, they're doing some sort of event that's in Los Angeles or whatever, where they'll be showing lots of Goro gameplay. They haven't showed that yet. I know a lot of people wanted to see that. So that's Friday. It's going to be on Amazon Game Stream on Twitch, I believe.
I was going to say, you mean Twitch, right?
Yeah.
It's Amazon Game Stream.
Yeah, Amazon Games Stream on Twitch.
Gotcha.
And next week, Like on Twitter, it had a bunch of like Ed Boon and all those people were showing. It's called the Fatal 8, where they took some of the best Mortal Kombat players from tournaments, are inviting them to Burbank to go on like an 8-man tournament. So you have people like Sonic Fox, Perfect Legend, like names that are really famous in the fighting game community. So that's on April 11th, which is a couple days before the game comes out. They're going to get a chance to play it. And it looks like I was wrong about Liu Kang being the final boss because he was revealed as character. So I don't know who it's going to be. Like, I mean, I read the comic books. It could be a couple people, but I'm going to stop guessing because I always get everything wrong. But today there was a trailer for Jackson and Jacqueline Briggs. I've never been a huge fan of Jackson as a character. He looks dope in this game, so I might actually have to use him. Yeah, that's about it.
Matt, how about you?
Well, due to my wonderfully fractured gaming time, it's been a bit of a weird week, but that's pretty much normal for me, I guess. I was able to, because of the fairly small size and ability to just stop whenever, beat the DuckTales Remastered on the PS3. Woo! Sit there singing the theme song, and the kids just look at me like, "How do you know all these words?"
Can you imagine? Can you imagine having been the booth next to that one at E3? You probably would have committed suicide after the second day.
What? Dude, you would have been the happiest person at E3.
Not for 4 days of listening to the DuckTales.
Woo!
Yeah.
Dude,
no.
you need to.
I think that's our second talk come down from the ledge subject.
Yeah, pretty much.
Serious. Why that is the greatest theme song ever.
Oh,
4 days on repeat.
4 days of it though. But I never actually got the chance to play the original. I played a lot of the Disney games from the NES era, but I never actually did play the NES DuckTales. So
It was good.
It was a pretty good game. I mean, it's a pretty solid old school game. They got at least most. I think they were all the official Disney voices. Most of them are the same voices from the series. There were a couple that sounded different. So I don't know if it's the same people and they just didn't sound the same, or if there was a different people. The most notable one was Fenton/Gizmo Duck. Didn't sound right, but I don't know. So that was an interesting one. So now it's the question, do I or don't I go after the rest of the trophies? There's no platinum, but let's see if all I see is Nick's head going. I got
the game. Play games unless they have platinum trophies.
Right? If I don't get what I need from it, I don't play it. I don't know what you're talking about.
But
I don't have a problem.
You have a problem.
So I don't know. That might be one I'll go back to slowly and try to get more money so that I can buy the sketches and art and stuff, because there's a trophy for buying all that. And you do get quite a bit of money per level. So also Axiom Verge. I don't even think I played about 20 minutes. I think I started it at about 2:30 last night. So I think 20 minutes was probably about as long as I could keep my eyes open for. I ran into one glitch area. I got the scatter gun and the regular gun. It looks like it's pretty interesting. They've set up an actual pretty good story. I mean, light, but it looks like it's pretty good. So that'll be interesting. Have jumped into the Final Fantasy Record Keeper. I did jump in time on that to get Titus. I'm sorry, I can't do the Japanese eye on that name. It's Titus.
Yeah,
I know it kills me to say Titus.
Yeah, no. When I heard that in Kingdom Hearts, I just like, no.
I was really upset when he didn't sound like the comedian Titus.
Oh, jeez.
And I was just like, what? Oh, God. Oh.
Somebody mute him,
He's got
please.
the same voice as Ratchet.
It's true.
Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank?
That's not cool to do that. That was not.
That is a fair
Stop you in your track. No, he's just saying it's not cool to stop him in his tracks like that.
Well, it's true.
I know where to punch Dave.
Clean hit. That was Buffalo.
She knows all of my weaknesses.
that was just a kryptonite shot right there. That's all that was.
He's Superman and I am Lex Luthor. Except I've got the hair for some reason. We body swapped.
Yeah, the hair thing's kind of.
I think that was a plot.
That's the meanest thing you've ever done to me, right there. Right there was the meanest thing ever.
Axiom Verge is definitely a love letter to Metroid. The graphics are a dead ringer. slightly prettier, but I mean, really, they evoke the original Metroid completely.
How awesome is the music?
The music is amazing.
Like I have that thing, like I have a sound bar with a subwoofer and everything like that, and I left it at the title screen for a while just to hear. Yeah. Like it was great.
It's really nice. I mean, one guy, that dude, he deserves all the monies
ever.
Yeah, just let him go do something for another 5 years. Just fund him for 5 years and let's see what comes out.
I would imagine it was like Grandma's Boy. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, we're getting feedback from the show. Someone said, "Thank you, Matt. You're saying it right. Mark is off his rocker," which is funny because normally I'm the one defending the Japanese pronunciation, but I think Titus is stupid.
It is,
and you know it's a localized American game. It should be Titus. Sorry.
Titus, exactly.
Yeah.
Not to mention with the whole water thing, it just makes
Titus is technically correct because it's an Okinawan word for sun, but it still just sounds so lame.
Yeah, no. And I read it as Titus for years and years, and because it wasn't voiced before, because you could change his name. So yeah, Final Fantasy Record Keeper is pretty fun. I haven't gotten terribly deep into it. I didn't get the Buster Sword. Kind of cried.
Yeah, I didn't. Kind of cried.
I didn't get it either.
The drop rate on that must have been just ridiculous because Moneybags over there dropped all of his coin on trying to get it.
Just put $30 into it. That's it.
Just $30. That's it. That's all.
I put
just $30 into every phone game.
Into it.
You'd be broke beyond words.
Cloud's not my favorite, so it's like I'd rather have the Crystal Glove, which is the one now for Tifa, because I like Tifa better. Like I've never been a Cloud fan.
I'm seriously worried because I just beat the one to get Tifa, and the level curve is already ramping up to the point that
I know that boss is a pain in the ass.
I'm really worried that I'm not going to be able to get to Sephiroth.
I get so like it's
at least when I throw my money away, I get something.
Hey, I have to master.
Right back at you.
I have to master all the dungeons, so I've gone back to that one a couple times, and I still can't freaking master it.
Oh, I've got it mastered. It's just that I'm afraid that I'm not going to survive the rest of them to get Sephiroth. So I have to do
the last one.
Hey, can I ask a dumb question?
Yes.
Please.
What
is that the only kind you know?
Wow!
Stop!
Serious.
I had a glass of wine. It mixes with my antidepressants, so this is kind of like drunk Kate.
In the Disney Infinity characters, when you open them up, they have a card. It has a web code in it.
Yes.
What does that thing do, actually?
So it's the same thing as Skylanders. There are actually games that you can get for the iPhone, iPad, etc., and you enter that code in, and it automatically brings your toy to life in that game.
Okay, that's exactly what I thought.
And they have like some kind of online database on the website, I believe, that you can go and enter the code in there, and it says, you own these characters, and then they have little flash games you can do with them there.
Okay, so you can enter it in 2 different places then?
Correct.
Okay.
I have a giant box of all of my web codes.
Yeah. Well, because I have the stack of web codes that I haven't done anything with, and this is where like I make up all my brownie points. So now I got to babysit the nephew on Friday. So I'm just going to be like, here for your iPad, I am a generous God, and like the kid's just going to be like, yeah, he's just the greatest thing on sliced bread, on sliced bread.
Dad, why can't you be more like Uncle Dane?
Yeah, exactly. So it's just gonna be like,
and the dad's gonna hate you forever because he's gonna top you in every Christmas.
No, that's not true. He's gonna love me because that kid's gonna be so far into his iPad that he's not gonna like you have to worry about him for like a week.
So listen, I don't think I've told this story on the show, and I know Matt, it's your turn, and I'm sorry, I'm cutting into your time here.
Usurper.
My brother is older than me by about 16 years. And when I was little, both my brothers came down and they babysat me while my parents went out, whatever. So my brother turns to me and says, hey, Mark, are you hungry? And I said, yes. He's like, do you know how to make valley bread? And I said, no, what's valley bread? He's like, do you like garlic bread? I'm like, I love garlic bread. He's like, great, you'll love valley bread and I'll teach you how to make it. Do you know where your mom keeps the butter? And I said, yes, and I got the butter for him. He's like, okay, do you know where the knives are? And I said, yes, and I got a knife. He's like, okay, so what you do is you take the knife and you make a valley between the ends of the butter ends, and you make a valley out of the butter, and we put that on the bread, and then we bake it. And so I'm like, okay, great. And so we made valley bread, which is basically garlic bread. So my parents get home, and my mom goes to start cooking dinner, and she pulls out the butter, and here's 2 ends of butter just standing on their own with a valley in between them. And she's like, who did this to the butter? And they both point at me. And I'm like, you sons of bitches. So anyways, fast forward like 30 years, and that brother calls me up and says, hey, will you talk to your nephew? He's playing too many video games, and I'm concerned that he's not getting out and socializing enough. So what did I do? His Uncle Mark bought him a PS3 and the full Rock Band set, along with everything else possible. And then I called his father up, and his dad called me up, and he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, Valley Bread. Valley Bread. That's what this is about.
Oh God!
And there was this long silence on the phone. He's like, "All right, I'll consider that one even. All right."
Is that G?
What?
Is that G? The nephew
yes,
G?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right.
So,
all right, can I go now?
Yes, you can go now. Tell us what else you did, Matt.
I don't know. I got to put my list back. I forgot already. Shut up, you.
I guess we don't have any news.
Yeah, we're not going to have any. Final Fantasy Type 0. I played a couple more missions. It's got a lot of interesting modes. It's very different from any other Final Fantasy out there. You can obviously tell the 13 influence because the monsters are all the 13 designs. There's Lassie in it. But then it's got some really old school things like the 4 crystals and stuff like that. There are some very, very annoying things. The 2 or 3 things, depending on how you want to look at it, that really bring it down. The camera is the jankiest, jumpiest, god-awfulest thing ever. And then I don't know if you want to count this as one thing or 2 things, but the localization and the voice acting are atrocious. I swear none of the people involved were native English speakers. There is no way they could have.
It's kind of weird because Final Fantasy is known for good localization.
Yeah, it's horrible. Years. It's really, really bad. It's like cheap anime bad. I mean, it's bad.
It's a demo, right? Is it possible that it's just like a placeholder, voice?
Oh no, this isn't the demo. This is the full game that the demo came with.
Oh.
Or the full game that the demo came with. You really bought a demo and got a game along with it. That's really what everybody did.
Nice.
It's horrible. I mean, there's one character that's, yo, you want to fight me? Hey. I mean, it's like literally like they recorded individual words and then strung them together in post-production and tried to kind of time it with the mouths a little bit, but not really because they didn't modify the lip syncing at all.
What is a human but a mystical
that's good.
Secret?
That is excellent compared to some of the stuff that this game is throwing at you.
That was beautiful.
There are some conversations I literally have no idea what the heck they were talking about. Thankfully, they don't matter. There's times where you're in between missions, so it's kind of Persona-esque, where you've got missions, and then in between the missions you do stuff at the academy and things, and you'll have conversations with people. The conversations are completely pointless. All you do it, it burns off a couple of hours of your free time, and you get a potion or a ether or something after it. They're time wasters, and they take forever to load, which is horrible. That's the other thing, too, is the loading, especially for the cutscenes. It's like, hey, let's talk about this for 3 seconds. Stop, load the next cutscene, and now we'll do this. Stop, load the next cutscene, and then I'll say one more sentence. Stop, load the next cutscene, and then we'll finish the talking. Some of the stuff from it being a handheld moving over to a platform just doesn't transition well. Overall, though, the boys are loving it. They're playing the crud out of it. Most of the stuff I've seen for the game I've actually gotten from watching them rather than from playing it myself. So some of the cutscenes are gorgeous. The main story graphics are they're low-end PS3, but anyway, that's way too much time for Final Fantasy Type 0. I finally read my comics from about 5 weeks ago, so that's good.
No, you need to get to the ones from 4 weeks ago.
Exactly, that's the thing. This week, though, I do have my highlights from this week. We this week launched Kanan #1, which you can see there's
Kanan #1.
It's Kanan. But anyway, it's covering what happened to Kanan directly at the end of Order 66 and up to probably ultimately the point where the novel picks up. And then again, we got Spider-Gwen issue #3. So those are my two highlights from this week.
Does whatever a Spider-Pig can. Wait, no.
No, Spider-Gwen can.
Whatever a Gwen can. Yeah, exactly. This is the one where the universe where she got bit by the spider and Peter dies, and so yeah.
That's such a great idea that they had with that. I love how that took off.
It did, yeah. And they had a bunch of these characters, and the ones that took off are interesting. So, I think I'm the only one watching 12 Monkeys, which is an interesting show, which I wish somebody else that I knew was watching it so that I could talk with them about it, because some of the stuff is really bad, but some of the stuff is really good. And it stars two of my favorite actors from the redone Nikita series that just ended, last year and a half ago. So it's doing some really good things. It's got some really good production value, but there are some serious time travel causality issues they've got going.
Here's my thing with that show. Like, 12 Monkeys is one of those, like, really awesome, I love movies.
Yeah. If you love the movie, you probably can't stand this because they really basically share a name.
Yeah, it's a Terry Gilliam movie, and it's like the performances, like it's probably my favorite of all time Brad Pitt performance in a movie, and it is some of the most amazing acting you've ever seen from Bruce Willis in a movie.
Wait, not World War Z?
So, all I remember is the movie was.
Love me, Dave. Oh!
All I remember is an extremely effed up movie that didn't know what the heck it was talking about half the time, it seemed like. So it was a long time ago when I watched it, and I was obviously not in the right mood to watch it.
No, it's a great movie.
No, it's a very brilliant movie.
Yeah, they're
the
very
performances
different.
are amazing. So I can't like, if they have, is the Brad Pitt character in there? In the series?
To be honest, I don't know. I don't remember enough about the movie to even know. I'm assuming the Brad Pitt character is Cole, which is the primary one who's traveling back in time to try to stop the apocalypse.
No, that's infamous. You're confusing things.
Nice.
No, Cole is the name. Okay, Cole is the name of the character in the show. It's James Cole, but they call him Cole.
No,
Using my shit.
Even.
But I don't have no idea what Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise's names characters are. I think I know.
Tom Cruise? I hate you.
Bruce Willis. You were talking about Tom Cruise earlier. It's your fault.
You compare Tom Cruise.
I hate you all so much today.
Isn't that a sin somewhere? Some religion?
I'm glad I've been toasty since yesterday. Oh,
you'll have to forgive him. His Thadon rays are completely out of whack.
Jeez.
All right, so
anyway,
hold on a second. No, hold on a second. We gotta deal with this.
I have no idea.
So in the movie, Cole was Bruce Willis.
Okay.
Jeffrey Goins is Brad Pitt. So is that character in there?
Goins, yes.
See.
But it's different. Goins. Okay, Goins is. Okay, I don't remember the movie enough. I thought Goins was Brad Pitt's character was from the future too, though, right?
No.
No. Okay, well then I don't remember the movie at all. So no, I thought both Bruce Willis and Brad Pitt's characters were both from the future. So,
no, Brad Pitt was the schizophrenic.
Okay, well, Goins in the movie or in the TV show isn't a schizophrenic. He's part of the conspiracy that produces the virus.
Fuck that show. Sorry.
All right, anything else?
But his daughter is a schizophrenic, if that helps.
All right, Matt. Anything else you've been watching?
Yeah, I think I did. So yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Flash, last week's Arrows, Powers. You still watching Powers, Mark?
Yes, very good.
So yeah,
I'll talk about that in a second.
The superheroes' special effects are kind of
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about.
Yeah, and then the last thing I had...
than Meteor Man. I just saw a clip of that today.
The last thing I did is I actually picked up my comic shop was primarily a record store. So I picked up the new 3 Days Grace that dropped yesterday. I was I had pretty much given up on them when they lost their lead singer because I thought he was too much of their sound. But they picked up the Darkest Days lead singer, Matt Wallace, who is also a brother of one of the existing band members of 3 Days Grace. And they put out that song, I Am Machine, which is on the album a couple of months ago, and it really was so freaking awesome. I decided that I would give them some money as a reward.
Money.
So, no, I'm done.
Okay. Turo.
Pokemon Geometry Wars 3 Dimensions came out with a free upgrade called Evolved, big surprise, and added a bunch of new levels. And I actually played a little bit of Arkham Origins. I really need to get through all my 360 stuff to finally pay attention to Xbox One, PS4 stuff, and PS3 stuff once I fix my PS3 again. That's it. Watch TV shows and movies.
Let's see. For me, because I want to get through this somewhat quickly. Let's see. Final Fantasy Record Keeper. Obviously, we've beaten that horse to death. I have also played, let's see, Axiom Verge. Really like it. I've also been playing the hell out of Bloodborne. I have not gotten to play anything for like all this week because we've got a bunch of stuff that's happening that I'll talk about here towards the end of the podcast. Caught up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Flash and Powers. If you have not checked out Powers, the story's really good. The special effects are really, really, really bad. If some people may not know, I went to school for special effects for film, and when I say the special effects are very bad, I mean they are very bad. They are like I am flying on a wire, and you can see the wire coming up my butt, kind of bad. But
I don't think I'd be looking for a wire in your butt.
Well, when somebody's flying and you can see that the back of their shirt is lifted up off them
because of the harness.
Because of the harness, you can. It's pretty bad.
It's not because of
their
wings.
Power. Yeah, I thought it was because of their power.
It's definitely not. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's powers in here. It does divert quite a bit from the. Not totally, but a lot from the books. But so far, I'm pretty okay with all the changes, and I am actually really intrigued to see where they're going with it. If you're not aware,
they tied up that storyline a lot faster than I thought they were going to.
Yeah, Eddie Izzard is the yeah bad guy, and he does come across as genuinely terrifying.
Disturbed. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
He was a villain in Hannibal season 2 as well.
Oh well, there you go.
He was terrifying.
Nobody watched that.
Yeah,
you also did. You're such a dick.
Other than that, that's
better than 12 Monkeys.
That's it for this week. Let's talk about news, and of course, the biggest news item we have this week is Zelda for the Wii U has been pushed out of 2015.
Thank goodness.
That's the biggest news we have?
No, I was just.
Okay.
Yeah, seriously, because that's a shock to no one.
Yeah, it is a shock to no one. Basically, and I love the way that Nintendo does this and has these announcements. What was the exact wording? Give me 1 second. Zelda is no longer making a 2015 release their #1 priority.
Nice.
That's
What is their #1 priority?
That is exactly the question that was begged when I read that. I'm like, oh, all right.
I had this theory that Nintendo actually only has one development team.
It does say, instead our priority is to make it the most complete and ultimate Zelda game. I hope to use the added time to make Legend of Zelda for Wii U into a game that the ad blocker pops up at that point and I can't see the rest of the ad.
Really? They're putting ads in the game? That sucks.
Sorry. I hope to use the added time to make Legend of Zelda for Wii U into a game that will reward you for your patience, so thank you for your continued support. So no time frame.
They're adding trophy support?
Bruh.
Don't do that to me.
Suddenly becomes interested.
Don't even say it, because then it's going to happen, and I'm going to lose all of my free time. That's not as funny.
Nintendo would be brilliant though, because when they do trophies, they're going to add it in with the amiibo thing, so you're going to have to actually buy something to then
To get
unlock
a trophy.
the trophy.
Yeah, oh my god.
You'll technically
that
unlock
would be
the trophy,
horrible.
but you won't be able to collect the trophy until you have the corresponding amiibo trophy.
Amiibo. And it's going to be a little trophy. It's going to be an actual little trophy you have to
That would
buy
be
for like
amazing.
$1.
They'll actually be named amiibo fees.
Amofis.
So, Kate, you alluded earlier that Mortal Kombat came out with a live stream last week that revealed Liu Kang, also Aaron Black and Shinnok as playable characters. Probably the interesting thing that broke, I think it was the end of last week, was that the combat pack was leaked, and then finally NetherRealm Studios said, okay, this is really happening. So we're getting
Jason Voorhees, Tanya, Tremor, and Predator.
Yeah, and Predator.
I talked about that last week.
And most importantly, a Carl Weathers skin for blood.
Yeah, I talked about that last week.
Yeah.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, very good. So,
I wasn't even here, and I knew that.
That's good. And
So as long as we're on Mortal Kombat, do we want to hit at all about the veteran producer, developer, if I don't remember what it was?
Yeah,
Sean Hemmerich.
Sean Hemmerich that ended up pulling out of Twitter because people are dicks.
People are stupid. That's all I have to say about it. I don't even want to give it. I don't even want to give it publicity.
Don't give it screen time.
Yeah, because that I don't want that to
But
be new.
that happened. So
yes.
You're looking for more updates from him. They won't be.
Random trash on Twitter using casual sexual violence threats.
Yeah. How about Adam West and Burt Ward to do a new animated Batman film, at least one next year, maybe two?
Yes, please.
That could be fun.
That is happening. I talked about that one. We talked about Deadpool being rated R. We also talked about Pac-Man on Google Maps. We did not talk about the Batman Arkham Knight limited edition PS4.
That looks amazing.
I really think we should not talk about this, actually. Not talk about this.
Why? I mean, you didn't order
Dave pre-ordered it
already, did you?
What? The game?
Did you pre-order two of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened.
Doesn't shock me.
Just get a third. You know what? You were talking about being the greatest uncle ever. You should totally give your current PS4 to your nephew. And use that one for you.
That's a nice uncle.
I like how conflicted he looks now.
This is actually being considered. That's
terrible. It's good reasoning. It's good reasoning.
No. That is a terrible idea.
Have another beer. I bet it'll seem like a better idea after.
I really wish these things weren't almost 9%. They're over 8%.
They're over 9,000.
Yeah. This one's 8.5. The other one I had was 10.5.
Yeah.
Poop. This podcast is awesome.
I'm really wishing they weren't, because that's making a lot of sense right now.
Hey, Matt.
Yo.
Hey, so there used to be this thing that was distributed on discs to PlayStation owners, or you could get it through the PlayStation service, called PlayStation Underground.
Yep.
I used to love
Oh, wow.
I had the original PlayStation Underground demo discs that they used to do a long time ago.
Yes.
They used to be awesome.
So
wait, is that the disc with a bunch of games on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have like 3 of the original ones.
Yep. So
awesome.
Wouldn't it be nice if those came back?
They are! Well, sort of. PlayStation Underground has been relaunched by PlayStation as part of the PlayStation blog. And they did their first one. Ron, Dave, come on, you know this. You saw this, right?
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
They did their first one on the new Amplitude. So
wow.
it's kind of a conversational video cast type thing where they get somebody in to demo something that's upcoming, and they talk about it and generally, kind of just mess around and talk and be silly. At least that's what the first one was. So these are going to be released every other week, and they'll be posted onto, blog.playstation.com or us.blog.playstation.com.
Yeah, I think so.
US.playstation. Well, some of those things
just
in some
Google
order.
PlayStation blog.
Yeah. It's blog.us.playstation.com, or replace your country with the US. I don't know if the EU is doing the same thing or not, but I know it's on the U.S. one. So yeah, they've revived that brand. Obviously, it's not downloadable demos or anything like that, at least not yet. Right now, it is strictly a video cast type deal.
What else do we have? We talked about that.
I have a little bit of news. I have some news on demo stuff too.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat's going to be really nice and let you test out their DLC characters. Sorta. So there's going to be towers in tower mode, and every day it changes, or every hour. One of them every hour.
The living towers. They change hourly or daily. And
then there could be a DLC tower of a character, like let's say Jason or Tanya. And if you didn't buy it, or if you want to try and be like, oh, I don't know, I remember Tanya in Mortal Kombat 4, I don't know if she's going to be the same, or if she's going to be worth it. You can actually play that tower as Tanya, and if you like it, you can buy it. If not, it'll be gone tomorrow, and if you didn't like it, then it'll be another character. So I think Mortal Kombat's doing DLC pretty okay on that one. That's awesome.
I know they're doing the deluxe editions pretty cool.
The one by Chrome, you mean?
Yeah.
There's actually
the special Scorpion.
There's a Sub-Zero one that matches that Scorpion statue. It's called Boost Sub-Zero. It's being given away as prizes for cosplay at the first Mortal Kombat offline tournament. You'll be able to buy it.
You could totally pull off Katana, Dave.
You think?
I'm telling you, you get a little veil.
Bo Raicho. That's who he is.
Bo Raicho, yeah.
Wow, that's hard.
That would be the perfect. No, that's perfect.
Wait, you just show up drunk.
Yeah, show up drunk and puke.
Bo Raicho.
And you'll be in there.
Oh no, people. That's not cool.
That is Bo Raicho. He uses puke attacks.
I know.
I'm not joking.
I know, but still.
Oh, are you using the cat? I thought you were using the cat for a beard. I was like, yes, perfect.
Hey, Turo.
Hi, that's me.
Do you know what's coming up for Games with Gold for April?
I saw Child of Light for Xbox One.
You'd know.
Oh, right.
Wow.
I just looked it up. A pool game. We got a pool game. We got Rayman Origins, and we still got, and then they just popped up today, Child of Light. So those are the free games.
So it's a little more complicated than that. Sorry, I'm going to have to correct you.
Yeah, go for it. Those are the three that I saw today.
Thank you for segueing to someone who doesn't know what you're talking about.
For the Games with Gold for April for the Xbox One, it's Pool Nation FX and Child of Light. For the 360, there are two different sets. They have a set for April 1 through 15 and a set for April 16 through 30. The first half of April is Gears of War Judgment and Terraria. And the second half of April is Assassin's Creed Black Flag and Army of Two, The Devil's Cartel. So
Matt, while you're at it, why don't you talk about the April releases for PlayStation Plus members?
The Instant Game Collection, yes, very nice. Okay, so for PS4, starting next Tuesday, because it starts the first Tuesday of every month, so that'll be next Tuesday. Oh my God, you just deleted it, you son of a bitch.
Wait, there it is. I'm editing.
That's hilarious.
We're professional, everybody. Yes. Thanks for tuning in.
For PS4, it's
do not pass go. Immediately call host, son of.
For PS4, it's the this is also the release date of the game Tower of Guns. It will also be available for PS3. So
is that the card game?
What?
Is that the card game one?
No, this is
It's a tower made out of guns.
A tower made of guns. So it's an FPS where you've got bajillions of placement guns shooting at you, and you have to puzzle your way through the levels. It's randomly generated levels.
Wait, the first-person shooter?
Yeah, it's a first-person shooter.
Oh, I'm out.
So it looks very interesting. It's one of the lead stories on the PlayStation blog, so if you go on there, you can see a video of it. It looks pretty intense. It's kind of like a bullet hell shooter, but first-person shooter at the same time. So
there are a few of my most hated things.
And the other title for PS4 is Never Alone, which I sadly bought during one of the last Uber sales, so I will not be getting for free, but also a very, very nice little title. So
Never Alone? So
Never
that's
Alone.
like...
That's the one that's based on the Alaskan tribe with the little girl and her snow fox. And
That's confusing. I saw someone play that. I was so confused by that game.
I think it's you got to play yourself. Watching it, is going to be a little disjointed. For the PS3, yeah, for the PS3,
it's a recommended game from Extra Credits.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, especially with multiplayer. Because one person plays as the
fox.
Fox, and then you really do get to learn what the fox says.
Oh!
That is not what the fox says.
Why?
It's more of a ring, 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 ring.
Stop!
Hachi,
we're never going to get anything done. Why is it when I'm talking? All right, PS3, you get Dishonored, which I never bought, so that's cool.
And it's on my list.
Aru's Awakening, which is also going to be on the PS4. So you can get both of that for both platforms. The Vita, oddly enough, actually has games that are only for the Vita. That's been the one that usually goes across all the platforms.
I'm actually really excited about this one, too.
I am, too, though. Killzone Mercenary is one of the games.
Wow.
And
I forgot to pick that one up. That's
I did,
awesome.
too, so that'll be good. And the other is Monster Bag, which I believe that's also the release date for. So it's a puzzle kind of game. I haven't seen any gameplay footage. I really don't know. So
on a handheld, I'm happy.
It'll be one of those I download and try and either keep or delete right away. So there we go. There's our free games for the month of April for the Microsoft and Sony systems, since Nintendo.
So the one we haven't covered this month or this week so far is Nintendo. Who's got that one?
You do.
I got it. Nintendo. Still actually in business.
Wow.
Okay.
Who was going to cover the Nintendo Direct? Thank you. That wasn't me.
Oh, the Nintendo Direct. Oh, you weren't talking about the free games. You were talking about that.
I was talking about what they said in Nintendo Direct.
I did not actually watch it, but did anybody watch it?
They said we're not making anything this year.
That's not entirely true.
Don't get your hopes up.
They've got a ton of new amiibos that are going to be coming out.
Buy our amiibos. Shut up about Zelda.
There's going to be a 200cc class for Mario Kart 8 coming as a free update.
Sorry, there's no Metroid.
Somebody else made a better Metroid. Go play on the PS4.
Okay, Mario Kart 8 is going to be getting Animal Crossing DLC on April 23rd.
Wait, what?
There's going to be Animal Crossing DLC for Mario Kart 8 on April 23rd.
So animals cross the street, you have to try not to hit them with your card.
I have no idea. The three Me Plaza games. I have not done any of these, but I know the kids and my wife have played these Me Plaza games. They're getting a fishing game called Ultimate Angler and a zombie game called Battleground Z.
Wait, was a fishing game?
Yep, fishing game.
Crap, I may have to buy that system now.
You don't have a 3DS?
Oh, wait, it's going to be on a 3DS?
Yes, this is the 3DS Me Plaza stuff. The Street Pass.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
Wow.
I thought you were going to talk about the Wii U. Man.
No. I like I said, I don't know exactly what it is because I've not done any of them. Here you go, Dave. Here's one that gets all of your things that you want in the game. Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer is coming to the 3DS. Uses card-based amiibos. So to decorate your house in the 3DS with Animal Crossing, you have to buy card-based aminos so that you can decorate your house.
Aminos? Are they
Aminos?
Amiibos.
Are they really acid?
I mispronounced it.
Wait.
Sorry,
amiibos. So it's just a house decorating game, basically, right?
I don't know.
But you have to buy the cards in order to do stuff?
It will let players design and furnish homes using card-based amiibos that will be cheaper and more portable than the currently available figure-based amiibos.
Yeah, so they did this. They did this. Yeah, they did this when they started running out of the amiibos. They started reissuing some of them as card-based amiibos, which is ridiculously dumb. But it seems like things they think will not sell out, or they don't want to do large print runs of, they're going to do on these cards instead.
So they showed a trailer.
I want to hate the company, but they're so damn brilliant sometimes.
They showed a trailer for a SMT Cross Fire Emblem game that pretty much everyone seems to hate. So I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
Wait, what? Are you talking about the Steam?
Dave, come on now.
No. I'm not talking about the Steam one. I'm talking about the SMT, the Shin Megami Tensei.
Okay. Oh, Tensei.
No, when you first said it, I thought you said the Steam/Fire Emblem game. I'm like, that game's great. What are you talking about?
Cross Fire Emblem.
I played that, by the way.
You played this codename Steam/Fire Emblem game? I don't think so.
No. The codename Steam I've been playing. That game's awesome.
He said last week.
Yes.
He makes me want to buy it.
You should.
I will.
There's some sort of puzzle role-playing game called Puzzle and Dragon Super Mario Brothers Edition that's going to have a demo coming out.
That is a Japanese game that is like conquered the nation over there. So
it's only got like 3 blocks. I mean, it's an itty-bitty little country. So. Apparently, there's a new Fire Emblem coming in 2016.
Yes, which will which will use and only be playable on the new 3DS.
The new 3DS with the extra stick that nobody likes.
Because
only playable on that console.
Because it needs the amiibos, which will not be available at that time because they're already sold out.
Codename Steam will let you fast forward enemy turns with a new update. I don't know if that was a problem for you, Dave, but
it is actually a horrible problem with the game.
They take so long for their turn sometimes.
So there's now going to be a 2X and a 3X. A 2X on the original 3DS and 3X on the new 3DS to help speed that up.
Damn it, a reason for me to upgrade now.
Yeah, wow.
The Attack on Titan is going to have a game on the 3DS coming across it's not the pond, I guess it's the not pond.
Ocean.
The ocean. New Fatal Frame coming to Wii U this year.
Wait,
anything else major on the list?
Oh my gosh.
I think the last thing I've got.
Fatal Frame's not major?
No.
On the Wii U? Wait, Fatal Frame is awesome, but on the Wii U?
I don't know.
That makes sense. The thing.
64 titles coming to the Virtual Console.
So can I have a moment of silence for someone near and dear to all of us that passed away this week? Rest in peace, PlayStation Home. The last PlayStation Home server went offline. I believe it was on Tuesday.
Not soon enough.
Man, I didn't even know it was released.
Dude, I had the Batcave.
I used to play it when it first came out, and I think it was Assassin's Creed had like a special thing going on for it. I don't remember, but there was some game that had a special thing going on where if you played PlayStation Home, you got a special Assassin's Creed couch or something. I don't know.
I had a Batcave.
This was specifically aimed at people like Nick. All I ever did was go in there and dance.
No, I did the whole thing. I went around and I played the. What was it? There was an Infamous section. There was a bunch of stuff.
I never even opened it.
I opened it. I went to my Batcave and I sulked because that's what you do when you have a Batcave. It was great.
Apparently, there's a Yoshi game coming out called Woolly World that will only use a special yarn Yoshi amiibo.
Oh, jeez, and rice, Samo.
I kind of really want to play that game.
She did not hear that. Thank goodness. Oh my god.
Mewtwo is coming to Super Smash Brothers, but only for the Wii U and new 3DS.
There's another news there. I forgot.
Okay,
there's
that's That's the end of the list.
I don't know if it's April Fool's joke or not, but a new character was announced from Earthbound.
Nope,
Lucas.
that's in there too. Yeah, Lucas from Earthbound's going to be in there too.
Is that true? Is that an April?
That's true. That was part of the new direct announcement.
Yeah.
But it's April Fool's.
All right, the last piece of news. Oh, well, actually, next to last piece of news that I want to cover is the Witcher 3 is said to clock in over 200 hours of gameplay.
Holy crap, that's beautiful.
Yeah, and about 125 of it are boring.
Like, is that side story, main story, everything together?
It's fetch quests. It's all fetch quests.
I'm fairly sure that's side stories as well, but I expect it to be probably a 60-hour main mission story set. So yeah, much like Dragon Age Origins.
Yeah, just another open world RPG. Okay.
There's 75 hours of escort missions. So.
Oh no.
Dave is trolling everyone, and you are all falling for it.
That's not really a true troll if it's true, though, and that could really actually be true.
It's after midnight here, so it's no longer April Fool's. Dave is the fool.
I still have 12 minutes, and everybody knows Eastern Standard Time rules the world.
We have an hour and 12 minutes here, so we're good.
Yeah, I've got the hour thing here.
So, Nick.
Yo!
Let's say that you're under 18, right? Let's just pretend for a second. Just pretend for a second.
Okay.
And you go to school in the UK.
Okay, now you're going far, but okay.
And
okay.
You gotta talk about British accent.
All right.
Crumpets now.
And so I overhear you in the lunchroom telling one of your mates, because we don't have friends, we have mates, that you are playing Grand Theft Auto 5.
I love Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to report you.
Grand Theft Auto Coach.
And get you arrested.
No, you get his parents arrested.
Get the parents arrested.
Which is...
What?
Welcome to Communist China, everybody.
1984 all over again.
Yeah, that's actually happening right now in the UK.
No.
Grand Theft Auto Coach.
Yeah.
Wait, you can drink before you're 21 there, but you can't play GTA 5 when you're under 18?
Correct.
Yep. It's not all of the PEGI 18 games. There's a list of which ones are offensive enough, but it's basically being treated as a negligence or abuse case. If the teachers suspect negligence or abuse, they have to report it the same way if they discover or suspect that one of the underage kids is playing a game that is on this list.
What the crap?
Well, here's the thing, though. If you're just hearing a kid talk about the game, it doesn't mean that parent...
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it's
I know,
enough
that's
to kick off the investigation.
Yeah, apparently
that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, what if they went to their friend's house and their friend's parent let them play?
Well, then you're a negligent parent for letting them be friends with that. I mean,
oh my gosh.
It gets scary. It gets really scary really fast.
That's so dumb.
See, that's my thing. It's
now the only saving grace on this is it's the school system that's doing it. It's not the government. It's not the social services or whatever they call it. It's actually the school, the education department or whatever it's called that's doing this.
There's going to be underground clubs of just playing GTA 5.
Don't talk about GTA Club.
Exactly. GTA Club.
1 and 2.
I imagine that world.
There's still the option that basically whatever the child services group is over there could basically just say it's all BS and not enforce it. But
you always run into that one dick that's, oh my gosh, bam.
Yeah.
The one dude that's mad that he can't play, so everybody else has to suffer.
I still have a PS2.
Yeah.
I got GTA 2. Is that good enough?
Last two news items.
Overhead.
Speaking of Batman, Stephen Amell has taken on the role of Casey Jones for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
In much better news, the dude who played Adebisi in Oz is going to be Killer Croc in the Suicide Squad.
Whoa! Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that Suicide Squad is, well, okay, it's TMNT 2. That's going to suck too. So yeah.
Yeah, it's like why are we?
Alright.
It's gonna suck so bad. Teenage
I
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I don't understand how any human being can play Killer Croc and be decent these days. If it doesn't look like Killer Croc from Arkham Asylum, basically, then you all lose.
No.
So scary.
Have you ever seen Oz?
Yes. Well, okay. What do you mean? The prison show?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, no, I haven't seen that.
Okay.
Oh, it's great.
Adebisi is just, oh man, that was like the one guy I pulled for like every time. Like he was awesome.
Jeez, he was put in jail for cutting off a cop's head with a machete.
Oh yeah, oh my god, I forgot about that. I gotta start. I wanna rewatch that show.
On our news this week, PS3 and PS4 launched a little app that you may have heard of called Spotify.
Oh.
So good.
And
so good.
Now you can play your Spotify songs in the background of any game.
Oh, no way, really?
From your phone, too.
From your phone.
That's amazing.
Use your phone as a remote, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So if you
The only downside is it does require the paid subscription.
Yes.
Oh, you can't do it with a free membership?
Yeah, you can.
I couldn't make it work.
Yeah, mine.
Everything I've
I
read
did it.
says it's paid.
I played Destiny. I turned Destiny's music down, and I rocked out to. Well, okay, I don't know if rocked out is the right word, but I listened to music while playing Destiny. And
Wait,
what did you listen to?
What did you listen to?
No,
yeah,
it's
now
not
you have to
important.
say. No.
No,
wait a minute.
No.
What did you
listen to
while playing Destiny?
I listened to.
Judged.
Yeah, he will judge.
Gorillas.
Oh.
I have
Okay,
Gorillas,
let me make this
the
easy.
XX, and I have Empire Weekend right there.
I'll make this easy for you. I was just cleaning out my my stuff there, and I was like looking for artwork and stuff, and I found my signed album from Lisa Loeb when I saw her in concert. So her last album on vinyl, signed by Lisa Loeb.
All right, Dave.
Lisa Loeb concert. Now you can tell me what embarrassing shit you listen to.
Dave,
Well,
you can stay.
Huh?
You only hear what you want to.
Yeah, I know. But this was no fairy tale. Or a new album.
this was no fairy tale.
It happened
So
again.
Most of our viewers are too young for this reference.
You guys are legging out.
It happened again. It was awesome.
So now, what crap are you listening to?
What was it?
So I listen to a lot of vocal stuff. So it's not just like Michael Bublé or just people like that. I go deep in the choral nerdness, and I go into like King Singers, Cleric Thunder, all of that. So we're taking down the Nightfall
While you're river dancing.
Well, yeah, it's just not.
Yeah, I don't know. I always thrash. Who
hilarious.
doesn't thrash out to Michael Bublé?
So listen to Dropkick Murphys and take out the rock part. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I tell you a quick funny story about Michael Bublé and how I was a jerk?
Maybe, I don't know anymore.
So remember when CDs, they briefly did a thing where they put a copy protection on them that they made it so you couldn't put it into computers.
Yeah.
And it would just
did that.
Yeah, and it just made it unreadable. But if you had a slot loading drive, it would like click, 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 and then like you couldn't eject it right and all kinds of stuff. Like it caused all kinds of havoc.
Yeah.
So I went to Target and said that this was defective, and they said no, it's not. And I was just like, well, I couldn't put it in my computer. And like, you're not supposed to put it in your computer. And I'm like, that's where my speakers are. That's what my music player is. That's what everybody uses as their music player anymore. So they said like, well, you can exchange it, but we're not going to refund your money. So I was like, okay. So I took out my laptop, and I went through every CD they had in the store.
Oh.
And I opened it and then returned it. Opened it and returned it after making sure that none of them would work.
God.
So I ran through their entire stock of Michael Bublé.
That's
just to prove
beautiful.
Just to prove a point.
I bet they wanted to murder you.
Oh, they did.
Dave, please tell me that you've seen Russian Unicorn.
What's that?
Please tell me you've seen Russian Unicorn.
No.
Oh my God, that will be happening after the show. So there's a group called Bad Lip Syncing. That's a YouTube channel where they actually
awesome.
bad
lip syncing, yeah.
record based on what it looks like they're saying, and they
NFL,
made a completely different Michael Bublé song out of one of his most famous songs, and Michael Bublé saw it and thought it was genius and actually told him so.
Oh, that's hilarious.
They're the same guys who did Carl Papa, if you saw that one.
Yeah.
Or the NFL
Walking
bad
Dead.
lip reading. The NFL
is where,
amazing.
yeah, that's the one where it blew up, and then
I saw that.
Game of Thrones.
Yep. So, we don't have any reader mail, but the show is that's almost going to do it for tonight. Lots of announcements of stuff going on this week. First off, we are starting a new daily show tomorrow, so you will have daily news coverage.
But minus Jon Stewart.
Minus Jon Stewart and minus
everyone that's not Mark.
Yeah, it will just be me bringing you the news. Quick top wrap up of the news on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. No point in doing it Wednesday since we have a news show podcast here. But we'll talk about all the week's news, the best of, here on the podcast. That's first thing that's happening. Second thing that is happening next Friday. We'll be debuting a new podcast called Talking Them Down from the Ledge. It's a very simple premise. 3 people, 1 room, 1 person makes an assertion, the other 2 have to contradict that assertion and try and get them to change their mind. Our first topic, which I will tease right now, is Arrow a good show? And
I'll tell you right now, all your
no, we're not getting into it. No.
Is Arrow the bottle rocket? And Flash is that boo boo boo.
Yeah. So
it's pretty much Gamersledge debate club.
Yep, pretty much. And then the last and final thing is starting on Monday next week. We will actually be putting up a live Patreon campaign. You can go to patreon.com/Gamersledge. See all the different things that we've got in action. We want to upgrade our equipment. We'd like to go to more cons and cover the stuff that you want us to cover, and also the stuff that we want to cover because we can't do it right now in total like we would like to. So that's going to be happening. You'll get more details on that coming in the following weeks. And then we've got lots of content coming up on the site. Check out Kate's reviews of many shows. No Gothams because they don't like making Gothams anymore, apparently.
Not till April 13th.
Oh, is it that long of a break? Holy
yeah, I took a break from it.
Wow.
Everybody does like Cobblepot.
Yes. So, but check out those on the site, and we've got lots more in the can that we're looking at producing and getting out to you. Do check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/Gamersledge. Twitter is @Gamersledge. YouTube here, of course, is youtube.com/C/Gamersledge.com, all spelled out. You can also find us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Balt99. If you like this, of course, like and subscribe. We'd love to have you along for the ride as we roll out all these new shows. Anybody else have anything else they want to play? Oh, Nick, when Nick's channel is up and running, you'll be able to find it at the bottom of ours as well. Joe has got one set up down there, and I'll get with Nick and make sure that we get that up there so you can see all of his Let's Plays and obsessive attempts at trying to get a platinum in Destiny.
I'm going to do crazy stuff too, like Nuzlocke challenges, and it's going to be like the base premise is I complete games 100%, but maybe not 100, but I complete them as much as possible, at least a platinum. And the thing is, though, if there's some like stupid hard boss, challenge accepted, and I will go out and I will beat it. I will fight the hardest of the hard, and I will show you that it's possible.
Hey-oh.
This is a family podcaster.
Yeah, professional, yay. And then so let's go around the room. Final thought, starting at the far left, Turo.
Yep. Okay. That's it. I ain't got nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
Dave.
Yeah.
I just can't wait for this to be over so I can play Axiom Verge.
Ah.
I mean, I love you guys. I do. And I love the show. I do. But I really want to play that game.
Kate.
The new Prodigy album dropped yesterday. It's fucking awesome. The Day Is My Enemy.
Matt.
Tune in Friday.
Tune in Friday. Well, next Friday.
Well, yeah.
And that's the way that's going to work, I should clarify. We're going to do them on Friday. They will post early for Patreon subscribers. There's a couple different levels that you can get them early, either in audio or video form, and then they will post for free for everybody the following Friday. So you'll have the ability to still get them for free. We're not cutting off any content. In fact, we're adding lots and lots of content. But for those who do help contribute at Patreon, then they will get those things early access. And then last but not least, Nick.
Again, if you don't mind helping me get that frickin' Destiny Platinum, message me on PSN, Angel's Cradle, spelled like it sounds, nothing special. I don't know numbers or underscores. I have an original name. PSN message me. Don't send me a friend request because I get too many of those off LFG sites. Send me a message saying, hey, I want to help you with Flawless. More than happy to help people get through this and to help other people get this trophy because apparently there's not enough of us. So, send me a message.
If you're a group of 1 or 2, definitely message Nick because he doesn't need 5.
Oh, thanks. now I'm defriending Mark. I'm done. We're just gonna go now.
My final thought of the week. What did Jay-Z call his girlfriend before they were married? Fiance.
Why do you?
Until next week.
Having viewers.
Don't forget the outro, Turo.
Oh yeah.
I don't actually have it loaded up, but in a second here, game on.
Game on.
Game on. Not the outro. Not the outro. Not the outro.
Not the mama.